Good afternoon and welcome to this demonstration of AnswerRocket's Max technology working with the Kantar Brand Now dataset. We can see that Max has a number of different analysis capabilities like demand power drivers, demographic drivers, imagery attributes, and others. But maybe a user doesn't want to know a specific one of those analyses and they just want to ask an ad hoc question. I've got one here. My brand is CFA. What are my advantages? Now, right away you notice that you don't have to speak to the language model in any formal way. It's going to determine what kind of analysis to produce for you and how to respond to your question based on what you ask and how you ask it. So in this case, it says competitive performance overview because my question was about advantages. And here we see the report produced for us. Now we get charts, we get tables, we have verifiable references. We can download this information if we want to, but we also get analysis. So ultimately the answer coming back says Chick-fil-A ranks second with a demand power of 7.59, showing solid growth over the previous period. Then it has a number of other indications here about how other brands are doing and a number of different indications about the growth of the Chick-fil-A brand. Now I can follow that question up with maybe a broader market question like who has the fastest growing demand power? When I ask a question like this, and notice I don't have to enter things correctly, I'm continuing on that previous question, and in this case it didn't need to look for another skill or it didn't need to pursue other information because it already had it in the context that Domino's has the highest growth of demand power. So then I can ask a simple question like, what's driving that, right? And I want to know what are the factors that are influencing the growth of Domino's demand power. And so now the solution is going to go find the demand power drivers. And so it's going to apply that capability and do some research for me into what it is that's underlying the improvements that have been seen at a brand that's outpacing me. And so here I can see, yep, it looks like their meaningful scores are somewhat jagged, but they've been driving improvements in difference and in salience. And in fact, I can get an analysis here telling me basically that Domino's growth was driven by improvements in difference and salience with year-over-year growths for both of those. So now I might ask a simple question, which is something like, what can I do to be more like them? And so this sort of question is really driving at the heart of the fact that I'm in a conversation with the analyst, the automated analyst, which is Max, using the knowledge of the meaningful, different, and salient framework in combination with survey data that's really allowing me to have a true world heartbeat on my business. And so in this case, when I ask the question, I get the drivers of my own brand power, and Max has done this in order to get a comparison between me and Domino's. And now the answer comes back to me: to emulate Domino's success, Chick-fil-A should focus on improving difference score, which has a significant decline, while maintaining strong salience and addressing the drop in meaningfulness.